learned from touring motorway service areas, and it's possible that there isn't, but if there is, it's that the people that run motorway service areas are really sorry about the inconvenience. The inconvenience is so personally embarrassing and deeply shameful for them that they apologise for it on a kind of prospective, contingent basis. They say, we apologise for any inconvenience that this might cause you, or we're sorry for any inconvenience you may experience. It's weird, they're not saying anything's happened. They certainly don't know what it is if it has, because they're not there. They're letting you know that if something does happen and they're not there to see it, they've already paid somebody to say that they're sorry for it. Okay? Now, sometimes the message is even more urgent and weird, appearing simply as, we're sorry for the inconvenience. That's weird because it's an actual abstract noun that's being apologised for there. The very fact that not all things are convenient. Now, this appears in the strangest places. At one services, there was a KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, on one side of the motorway, and a Burger King on the other side of the motorway, and connecting these two was a pedestrian footbridge. And in the middle of that footbridge was this sign. And you're thinking, surely you're not apologising for the fact that I live in a universe made out of matter, and that to travel from origin to destination I have to physically move through the space-time continuum to get there. Now that seems impossibly noble. If I were you, by way of apologies, I would start by apologising for the bad food and menagerie of arseholes that frequent your establishment. Additionally, when you think about it, it's quite weird because the alternative to having them on other sides is either to abolish the footbridge and have you walk across 6 lanes of oncoming traffic, or to co-locate Burger King and KFC in one kind of gigantic sort of gristle bucket and just sort of wade through and just take what you need into your gaping maw, you know? It's, I think, it's a tangent I threw myself with there. I think that basically the people who run motorway service areas, effectively there's this kind of group hysteria. They're terrified by the very idea of inconvenience. It's a kind of phantom. I actually did a survey of all the staff working in all the motorway service areas throughout the whole of the UK on their attitudes towards inconvenience. When asked if they felt that inconvenience was increasing or decreasing, 75% felt that it was increasing, 23% felt that it was decreasing, and 2% wanted to go large. 45% felt that inconvenience was contagious, 12% felt that it was incurable, 9% felt that it was responsible for the car crime in their area. And the remaining 45, when pushed for an answer, pointed out that I hadn't actually asked a question that time. And it was a bit weird being stared at facially for so long. I think these results speak for themselves. Nobody else does, but I definitely do. Our whole attitude towards inconvenience is coloured by prejudice, and that has to change. Now, during my tour of motorway service areas, I actually got a lot closer to inconvenience than maybe some of you bigots have, and I lived amongst it, and I learnt its ways and its customs and its language, and they're a very proud people consigned to a life of drudgery because of the small-mindedness of you guys. Now, what I hoped to happen, to bring about was for an inconvenience to come down here and address you guys and try and open up your tiny little minds in just 10 seconds or so, but they fairly rightfully feared a lynching and they're quite shy by nature. So what I've arranged for their safety as a kind of special measure is to go by live link up to Bridgewater, where we're going to actually talk to an inconvenience. And, you know, he's going to talk to you guys. I should just say that obviously he's going to speak in inconvenient. I'm going to translate. It's a language I'm not quite as good at yet as I'd like to be one day, but I hope you'll bear with me whilst I translate. I should just say, for those of you who don't know what an inconvenience looks like, ignorant cretins, they look like this. As you can see, they have the bat-like ears of all the abstract nouns, but unlike most abstract nouns, ignominy or annoyance, for example, they have a single eye, making it very hard for them to judge distances. Now, we don't know if these are wings or vestigial arms. They don't work as either. and they seem to flap quite ineffectually at either side of their body. You may notice that inconveniences have patterns on their skin similar to the wallpaper that I found in my loft, like this. We don't know if these are tribal or if they represent breeds. Just not clear. So yeah, we're just going to go. So after Bridgewater now. Inconvenience, you there? Can you not laugh? Sorry. Okay. The Inconvenience says, hello that everybody ums. It has, how so not afraid. The Inconvenience invites all to grand. Shut up for ear time! The Inconvenience has got something to say. The Inconvenience says, do not apologise for it on a basis roughly equivalent to constant. It says it needs pity like pit in head bone. It says you're not so sorry for the other abstract nouns. We're sorry for the clutter. We're sorry for the anger. We're sorry for making you have the heartbreak. It says you're not even so sorry for the terror, and the terror am definitely worsest. The Inconvenience, not understand why you so like the convenience anyone. It says you crazy joggy sweat sock rushy pot, shaking fisty hands and shouting, where is my bypass? And the filling in this form is not to my taste. And other like phrasing that am purist, mental, crazy hoff. The Inconvenience, not understand why you want so much quickness. Most you will rushy pots to get somewhere, but it is a shit place. Grantham, Luton, Slough. The Inconvenience finds this confusing. Your hurry, not your dislike of Luton. Luton is shit. The Inconvenience say this country am too convenient, like pornography on mobile phones. It says this am the place for the automatic blowing of a hot air, for the flicker of the tiny red counting light, for the white tiles to line the hangers, something about grave of the shop places, which doesn't translate very well. The Inconvenience expresses the indignation. It says something about those tills at Tesco's where you scan your own stuff and nobody does the talking. Doesn't like those. The Inconvenience warns you not to give it the anger. It says it can get you. It says it can get every one of you. It says you do not yet know the meaning of road work. It says you flap fat hand like twat at automatic tap. It says it will come every morning to your house. Paper cut, it says. Ow, it says. Unreadable attachment, parcel at depot, battery all flat like, foot of athlete, bad oyster bad. The Inconvenience says, you all fired tomorrow, dragged in boss office for big shout and drama of door push. It says you will eat damp lunch in park by end of week, sad fuckery. It says you will see. It says learning will occur at that particular juncture and location, bloody waiting you will participate in fully, and also there will be some drizzle, so shitting there. The Inconvenience says it's sorry for the outburst station. It says it has no heart for making fighting. It says there has been a misunderstanding. It says you barely know it and yet you poo judgment anyway. It says it thinks you are told untrue about it, and that those untruths poison up your mind skull like the music of Mariah Carey and make you chase after the bollock or quick-toed and flappy. It thinks this is no good for you. The Inconvenience is worried about you. Worried about the medicine on your heart muscle, about the hundreds of hours where people are sitting and looking at a screen, or standing and pointing at a screen and saying look, to other people who are sitting and looking at a screen, or the person saying look, or the person next to them is saying look and pointing at their screen, or the person pointing at the screen and saying look also. The Inconvenience is worried about mobile email, and it's particularly worried about jobs you can't explain without using a made-up word, but mostly it's worried that you're growing too fast and won't see so much of each other. The Inconvenience doesn't have a strong plan, it just begs for a second more of your patience while it stretches out canvas that's perfectly blank. It says you're not yet grown too big for waiting. It says stop with the stare at the flat line horizon. It says you look like a skin-coloured cow. The Inconvenience has got something to say, it just can't say it right now. Thank you.